you might want to know what the fastest Lamborghini ever made is. Many people guess at what the fastest Lamborghini ever created was, but few people actually know the answer. Do you think you know? Let's find out. Number 1. Lamborghini Diablo Codal. Top speed 239 miles per hour. While the original Diablo is impressive in itself, this reworking takes the spot as the fastest Lamborghini ever made. It features a top speed of 239 miles per hour and goes from 0 to 60 in just 3.54 seconds. It was produced in Mexico through Automotive's Lamborghini Latino America, S.A. They've been in business since 1995 with the purpose of distributing Lambos in Latin America. This racing model was only available to private buyers and has a limited run. Because it's bespoke, the craftsman specifically designed the steering wheels based on the hand measurements of the customer. In addition, the seat comes from a mold from the customer, plus the company takes into account the weight of the person driving it. Finally, they adapt the pedal positions of this car to match the driver's height. It just doesn't get more customized than that. Number 2. Lamborghini Gallardo Dallas Performance Stage 3. Top speed 233 miles per hour. Dallas Performance, the Texas tuning experts, created this monster which has a 0 to 60 mile per hour time of 2.8 seconds. This first stage featured 650 horsepower with a modified twin turbocharged setup. Then they added 93 octane fuel plus VPC16 race fuel to bump the horsepower up to 800. Stage 3 is the real beauty because it takes the engine to over 1200 horsepower when combined with VPC16 race fuel. Of course, all these engine upgrades ran somewhere around $90,000 before you count all the other accessories. Some of these include cat delete pipes, ECU mapping and dyno tuning, a high-flow exhaust system, high-flow inlet system, plus the E85 fuel conversion. It's a strong contender as the fastest Lamborghini, but falls just slightly short. Number 3. Lamborghini Murcielago LP750 Edo Competition. Top speed 227 miles per hour. Edo Competition, a German tuner, took the Lamborghini Murcielago and made it even better. It has a 0 to 60 mile per hour of 3.1 seconds. To create this beast, they needed to make a good amount of mechanical alterations. This included a new air intake system featuring intake ducts, updated cylinder heads, an ECU mapping, custom-made inlet manifold, and high-flow exhaust. Then they added on high-performance catalytic converters and exhaust headers. They didn't stop there, but also put on more aggressive bucket tappets, camshafts, exhaust tips, and mufflers. Now you understand how this could make the list of the fastest Lamborghini. From a purely cosmetic side, you'll notice the newly designed lip spoiler, adjustable wing on the rear, and new black paint that looks angry with its green headlights. Number 4. Lamborghini Aventador LP900 4Molto Veloce DMC. Top speed 224 miles per hour. With 0 to 60 time of 2.5 seconds, this car deserves to be on the fastest Lamborghini list. DMC, another set of German tuners, worked on this LP700 to make it what it is now. You might wonder what the 900 means. It's the horsepower. This car started off with just 691 horsepower and now features 885 horsepower. Many people really like the unique magma-like paint colors, The aggressive appearance is further enhanced by the large wing spoiler on the rear, new side skirts, a rear diffuser, and updated intake ducts. Then DMC replaced the original car's existing exhaust system and put on titanium piping. This reduced the system's weight up to 90%. The performance kit also replaced the overhead throttle valves of a stock V12 with single intake throttle plates instead. It received one per cylinder. Some of the other features include its reprogrammed ECU, new lines and pumps. Finally, the wheels are accented with magma color spokes on matte black rims. Number 5. Lamborghini Diablo VTTT. Top speed 222 miles per hour. Maybe you've never seen this option as the fastest Lamborghini before. That's because Platinum Motors only made 6 cars. They are a Southern California Lamborghini dealership with a 0 to 60 mile per hour time of just 3.2 seconds. It's sure to impress everyone that gets inside. This modified supercar features a twin Garrett T4 water-cooled turbochargers and custom intercoolers. On top of that, the cylinder heads feature polished ports and wastegates are electronically controlled. This car comes with an electric fuel injection system that's reprogrammed, plus the competition-style valves that have racing guides. The improved acceleration comes from the shorter ratio gearbox, plus the custom twin-plate Kevlar clutch that handles the additional torque. They then upgraded the brakes with ventilated cross-drilled discs plus brake pads made of carbon fiber. There are 3 different engine settings through one switch on the dash. This includes 2 varying degrees of turbocharging boosts. One boosts 6 psi while the other offers 9 psi of boost. Then the third engine setting is valet mode, which puts it in limited functionality. If you think this car's cheap, you couldn't be more wrong. A Diablo VTTT runs about $500,000, which is double the price of a stock VT. Number 6. Lamborghini Reventon. Top speed 221 miles per hour. You might have seen this car at the Frankfurt Auto Show back in 2007. As of now, it's the most expensive road Lamborghini to date. That's because it runs about $2 million. It also features a 0 to 60 mile per hour time of 3.4 seconds. There were a total of 20 sold to the public customers, and an additional one made specifically to go in the Lamborghini Museum. All of its mechanical elements came from a Murcielago LP640, but the exterior design sought inspiration from higher velocity aircraft. The name comes from a well-known Spanish bull. This fighter was raised by the famous Don Heriberto Rodriguez family. The reason that Reventon, the bull, was so notorious was because he killed Felix Guzman, a professional bullfighter in 1943. The name Reventon actually means burst or small explosion in Spanish, so it's a fitting name for this powerhouse of a car. Number 7. Lamborghini Aventador LP700 for Mansory. Top speed 220 miles per hour. Mansory, German tuners, unveiled this supercar during the 2012 Geneva Motor Show. It features a 0 to 60 mile per hour time of 2.8 seconds. It's based on a 12-cylinder Aventador LP704, but comes with a completely redesigned body. This includes larger air inlets to improve the ventilation, updated driving lights, a new front lip, as well as updated bonnet and modern front wings. In total, they added 40 millimeters to the width of the car and another 50 millimeters on its rear. Then they added some new side seal sets, carbon fiber covers, and upgraded engine covers. In addition, you might notice the higher performing exhaust system and updated engine management, which increased the horsepower to 754. Inside the cabin, there are newer components constructed of carbon fiber, a leather dashboard, and leather seats. It also comes complete with aluminum pedals and a modern sport steering wheel with an airbag. Number 8. Lamborghini Veneno. Top speed 220 miles per hour. When the Veneno was first produced in 2014, it was the most expensive production car in the world. I guess that's why there were only 3 of them made, plus one convertible. While it doesn't top our fastest Lamborghini, it sure does win a lot of points for style. This model was based on the Aventador and features a V12 engine with 740 horsepower. It's completely aerodynamic and constructed of carbon fiber. That helps to give it an extraordinary power-to-weight ratio. Number 9. Lamborghini Aventador LP700-4. Top speed 217 miles per hour. You might have originally seen this Lambo during the Geneva International Motor Show in 2011. That's when they officially launched this beauty. It features a 0 to 60 mile per hour time of 2.9 seconds and was designed as a replacement for the Murcielago when it reached 10 years old. Lamborghini only made 4,000 units. That included 8 modes to produce the carbon fiber build for 500 units apiece. Once they started making them, it took them 15 months to build the initial 1,000 units for customers. This Aventador utilizes a suspension that looks like a Formula One creation. You might think it looks a lot like the Estoque or Reventon. It does receive its power from a 6.5-liter V12 engine that produces 690 horsepower. Again, this car was named after a famous fighting bull from Spain. Number 10. Lamborghini Diablo GTR. Top speed 217 miles per hour. If you aren't sure about the toughness of this Lamborghini, you would simply need to evaluate the name. In Spanish, Diablo means devil. Lamborghini produced this iconic car from 1990 through 2001, and it features a 0 to 60 mile per hour time of 3.5 seconds. It was actually the Italian automaker's first car to go over 200 miles per hour. In 2001, they replaced it with the Murcielago instead. While the GT version was produced in 1999, the GTR didn't follow until a year later. It utilizes the same 6-liter V12 as the GT, but has a more refined ignition and fuel system on board. Other differences include the updated variable valve timing, lighter crankshaft, more dynamic air intake system, plus some connecting rods made of titanium. The GTR didn't just reduce the weight and strip some of the interior, but it also offered more power. Of course, it helped that they took out the stereo and air conditioning systems to reduce weight. They also removed any aspect that heat or soundproofed the vehicle. Sitting in the cabin of this car truly helped drivers to feel like a racing legend. The single seat came equipped with a 6-point harness roll cage, plexiglass windows, fresh air intake, fire suppression system, plus a racing steering wheel. Other interesting features include the 18-inch center-lock wheels, emergency fuel shutoff switch, air jacks to raise it in the pits, and a massive
Bugatti Veyron 16.4 Super Sport. Top speed 267 miles per hour, 431 kilometers an hour. The Bugatti Veyron 16.4 Super Sport is one of the oldest supercars around, but still one more than worthy of those record-breaking top speeds. A car that set the benchmark even higher both for Bugatti as well as other contenders in the hypercar world. The Veyron 16.4 Super Sport was one of the greatest technological challenges ever known in the automotive industry. The 16.4 Super Sport was the final design from the Veyron batch, a car that excelled itself in every way, shape, and form possible, before finally putting the Veyron name to bed. Elegant, stylish, and truly one of a kind, the Bugatti Veyron 16.4 Super Sport promises to retain its name in history for the foreseeable future. Number 9. Hennessy Venom GT. Top speed, 270 miles per hour, 434 kilometers an hour. On Valentine's Day in 2014, John Hennessy of Hennessy Performance declared an end to his feud with Bugatti. After years of sparring, the American car manufacturer saw his Venom GT seize the world record for fastest car on NASA's Kennedy Space Center runway. The car took 2 full years to engineer and develop. 29 were made. The manufacturers only let them go for approximately $1.2 million apiece. The supercar itself is gorgeous, with sinuous curves and a sleek body. Featuring an ultra-light carbon fiber chassis, the Venom GT almost reads feline, as if it's a Black Panther poised to leap forward at any second. And leap it does. The Venom GT reached a top speed of a then unprecedented 270 miles per hour, or 434 kilometers an hour. While performing its world record test, it achieved an acceleration of 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, or 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds. Number 8. Koenigsegg Agera RS. Top speed, 277.8 miles per hour, 427.2 kilometers an hour. The Koenigsegg Agera RS was designed to be seen and to be heard. A supercar that took the challenge of beating world records into its hands with a sleek design to match. A boundary-pushing beast of a vehicle that manages to successfully tick all the boxes. It's a strong contender for one of the world's most impressive cars. The Agera RS was handcrafted only 25 times, 10 of which were pre-sold before the first showing. The company reported that this was its fastest-selling model, and it remains one of the rarest out there. Its most alluring feature, the 5.0-liter twin-turbo V8 generates 1,176 horsepower and 940 pound-feet of torque in standard form. And it's made almost entirely in-house, something relatively unheard of in the industry. Number 7. Zinger 21. Top speed, 281 miles per hour, 432 kilometers an hour. Unlike some supercars which stick to traditional methods and designs, the Zinger 21 was built for the 21st century. A car propelling itself far into the future in every way possible. Its lap record-shattering performance is just one of the many things it boasts of. Carbon fiber construction, a bespoke hybrid powertrain, extreme downforce, and more ensure this car knows its stuff both inside and out. This is a car powered on both electricity and gas, supplementing its forces with an 800-volt electrical system, similar to those spotted on recent Formula One cars. Sure, it won't quite hit those maximum speeds on electricity alone, but it's powerful enough to travel a moderate distance without using gas. Number 6. Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus. Top speed, 300 miles per hour, 483 kilometers an hour. Bugatti has been a storied name in luxury hypercars for years, naturally. The intensely upgraded quad turbocharged W16 that powers the Chiron upgraded the speed of this iconic speed added some brawn to the beauty, with the result that, now, Bugatti is not one, not two, but 3 places in our ranking of the fastest cars of 2022. While it may no longer be the absolute fastest car out there, Bugatti's Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus is a claim to fame that will be chronicled in history books and on conversations for years to come. It was the very first car to cross the then unheard of barrier of 300 miles per hour, 483 kilometers an hour. It still represents a flawless balance between form and function, aerodynamics, and aesthetics, with an acceleration from 0-100 kilometers per hour, 0-60 mph in 2.4 seconds. This Bugatti certainly has speed and style, all at the same time. Number 5. Bugatti Bolide. Top speed, 310 miles per hour, 498 kilometers an hour. Bugatti's Bolide is a lightweight hypercar that showcases the true extent of Bugatti's range in terms of beauty, power, and innovation. Using the same bespoke engine from the stored Chiron line, but with more turbos to amplify the effect, the Bolide will truly show the world what the W16 motor is capable of. It's also light, futuristic by the powder blue paint sits sparingly on its exposed carbon fiber frame, and tiny. The Bolide only stands 39.2 inches off the ground. Its claimed top speed is 310 miles per hour, or 498 kilometers an hour. It can do 0-60 miles per hour, 0-100 kilometers an hour in 2.17 seconds. Number 4. Hennessy Venom F5. Top speed, 301 miles per hour, 484 kilometers an hour. Next in the lineup of Hennessy's record-breaking vehicles is another in John Hennessy's Venom line, the F5. The name is a reference to the very fastest type of tornado, a natural force that the Hennessy emulates with its immense power and incredible speed. Under the hood of the Venom F5 is an American-made twin-turbocharged engine, the result, nearly 2,000 horsepower. This gives the Venom F5 precisely what it needs to reach a top speed of 484 kilometers per hour. 301 miles per hour. Its acceleration is equally impressive, as it can accelerate from 0-100 kilometers an hour, or 0-60 miles per hour in less than 2 seconds. Built to help Hennessy smash a world record it had previously broken with the GT. The F5 was amped up in style, exclusivity, price, and speed. Only 24 were made. The sticker price was $1.6 million. The bright yellow carbon fiber shell, instantly iconic. Number 3. Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. Top speed, 330 miles per hour, 531 kilometers an hour. The Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute, a hypercar that ups the ante by astonishing almost 30 miles per hour. For a long time, if anyone wondered what the fastest car in the world was, it was definitely this car. Swedish auto manufacturer Koenigsegg introduced this vehicle to set a new world record. As such, they updated the engine from their other popular supercar, the Adria RS. They invested in more precise handling, and they made this car lighter and more aerodynamic for optimal performance. However, this car isn't just about speed. There's pleasure built in as well, with the type of climate control, infotainment, and head or leg room that usually gets glossed over when it comes to the fastest cars in the world. Number 2. SSC Tuatara. Top speed, 331 miles per hour, 530 kilometers an hour. North America-based SSC has built a beautiful supercar that's simply packed with the latest and greatest in automotive innovations. In October 2020, in Nevada, on a 7-mile stretch of road, Shelby Supercars confirmed that their fastest supercar had reached an eye-watering speed of 331 miles per hour, or over 530 kilometers an hour. Unfortunately for those who see themselves zipping around their favorite cities at this breakneck pace, this car isn't quite road legal. It uses a camera system, instead of mirrors, to help with steering. With 1,750 horsepower, a custom all-alloy flat-plane crank 5.9-liter twin-turbo V8 motor, and a $1.9 million price tag. The SS C2 Vitara perhaps didn't need a speed record as well to be completely distinctive. Of course, it certainly doesn't hurt. The SS C2 Vitara boasts an acceleration of 0-100 kilometers per hour, 0-60th in 2.5 seconds. Number 1, DeVal 16. Top speed 347 miles per hour, 550 kilometers an hour. The fastest car of 2022. An almost unheard of amount of power and speed from the DeVal 16, a car that seeks to smash all the current records it faces. The DeVal 16 stares down the next speed standard 350 miles per hour. First debuted years ago, the DeVal 16 boasts stats that have had the automotive world whispering. Mystified as new weight for production, it has an incredible 5,007 horsepower. An 81mm quad-turbo 12.3-liter V16 engine, and a general inquirer for price. Intriguing lore constantly surrounding it. This car is certainly one to keep an eye out for again in 2022, as what we do know about it signals that it'll be the car to beat if its stats are confirmed.